Hello, fishies! Welcome back to another Smash Bros. Mural piece. That's probably too many words for that. We'll figure that out eventually, or I will never figure it out, and we'll just be done with the series. Who knows? Anyways, welcome back. This is another two-character piece, which we don't have too many of those in the Smash Bros. Series. We would have had more if Sheik and Zelda were still connected, but I think both of those pieces turned out well. If you haven't seen them, you can go look at them on our lovely playlist of all of these various characters. I also, again, I'm just amazed at how much I have progressed in this entire series. Because art is hard. If you guys do art, you guys know art is hard. And it only gets easier and harder simultaneously. This piece I actually kind of dreaded for a while because Pyra and Mythra are very detailed people. They are not like... They're not Kirby. They're not Link. They have so many different, like, details and pieces, and they're intense anime characters from a game I've never played. However, I do actually enjoy sometimes playing them in Smash Bros. My husband's weird about how we play Smash Bros. He doesn't let you reuse the same characters over and over again. So I am forced to try new characters and get outside my comfort zone. So I think this one's fun, but it's also just, it's one of the characters that's very easy to just kind of spam things that are effective. Which is probably a terrible way to play Smash Bros, but you know, don't judge me for button mashing. It's fine. Sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I die. That's how most games go for most people. My button mashing is so much worse though in Mortal Kombat. I still don't know how I do half the combos in that, but sometimes I hit the right directions and buttons and something cool happens. So that's fun. But I think these characters are kind of fun in the sense of just how different they are, but like how similar they are. I was reading a little bit of the lore about them because I try and get semi-educated about them before I make these videos. Even though semi-educated is sometimes knowing two facts and how they look like. But obviously I kind of need to know how everyone looks for the sake of these. And I probably would not pay attention to half of these designs as much as I have for this series. Obviously, not all of the details on these are exactly the same as the costume, because A, I didn't want to draw all those details, and B, this is an entire thing all about people in costumes. Costumes are not 100% accurate. We're going into Halloween time, and you know what? You've seen Halloween parties. People have 5 million different ways of dressing up as the same exact thing. Like, think about the cliche, oh, I just think of that scene in Mean Girls. Where it's just like everyone's dressing all sexy and then she's just a zombie bride looking terrifying and everyone's just like, what the heck are you? Why are you here? Ah! Because I guess she didn't get the memo that everyone was supposed to dress as something slutty with animal ears. There's an entire song about it in the musical version. I'm a sucker for musicals. I think they're great. But yeah, so all the outfits kind of vary from how close they are to how far they are. And I am trying to incorporate that a little bit more, add a little bit more of the personality of the characters I'm putting into the costumes, though sometimes I don't know a lot about the characters, because they are not all my characters. I mean, in fact, most of them are not my characters. I mean, pretty much all I knew about these characters are, they are Gryphons. And I guess reading a little bit more about Pyra and Mythra, they are like, I guess, like android-ish things that go into gems. They are like the crystal gems. That is what I gathered from what I read. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess they're like essences in their swords, and that's why it's called Xenoblades. Maybe? Again, correct me if I'm wrong, and if you absolutely love that game series, give me a reason to play it. I honestly want to know what the appeal of all of these games are. I mean, I don't play a lot of games to fully complete them. I get very distracted. ADHD is hard. I like starting a bunch of things, and then I don't always finish them, but sometimes I get really comfortable with one thing and replay it or rewatch it 15 million times. And I don't know why, that's just how my brain works. It's like when I'm actually drawing these, I have to have like some sort of familiar background noise while I draw all of them. Because it's like some sort of weird drawing ritual that I need something familiar and comforting in the background, or else I can't draw. And I know that's not entirely true. I could still draw in quiet and silence and let my brain just do what brains do. But that sounds terrible and terrifying. But yeah, I think it's just a lot of fun learning about all these characters and seeing their various aesthetics. And you guys have seen my technique on these solidify more, and I'm putting more detail in them than I did when we first started. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do this series at first. It was just kind of a, hey, that would be cool. I tried to cross-stitch that once. He's giving me a look. But yeah, so we've started this entire journey, which has lasted over a year now. I think we're past a halfway point. I don't know how much farther we have to go, but I still feel like it's a far time away. But I do have other art projects planned after this. Maybe some things during this. I don't know though, because it's really hard to even keep up with one thing every week, much less doing a bunch of other things. But maybe we'll try some things, we'll have some random art videos, and you guys can tell me what you think. I would definitely like to see how things go. We have talked about maybe doing a little bit for Inktober, and I get to keep it all in black and white because it's Inktober, it's supposed to be inks. And I do mostly digital art, so I'm going to use all the ink type pens. I have an entire group of inking pens that I like to experiment when I do all of my art pieces. Though, of course, I've had to keep these ones relatively the same because I didn't want them all looking super, super different. Because, you know, consistency kind of helps bring a portrait together or something. Though I did have to change from my original program, so the first ones are always going to be a little bit different. I also didn't entirely know what I was doing back then. But yeah, I hope to do the Inktober and do a couple fun pieces for that. I might only do like one a week for October. I might do more than that. I'll just look at the prompts and kind of see where it takes me. I'm pretty sure they haven't released the full list for... Oh, that is the official full list for Inktober 2024. The last time I checked, I couldn't find it anywhere, so kudos to you. But if there's anything you guys want to see, make sure to comment down below, reach out to us. And thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye!